The face. She did so good. Hers did so good. Yes, we did. We got a shot and some medicine, but now we're done with the vet, and now we're gonna get all better. All better! This is also the life of a pet sitter. That's not chocolate. And it also got on my donuts. So, yes, I am headed to the house to get special cleaner. And that's gonna be my afternoon. This was actually like all brown. You can actually see it now. Reached the stopping point with the car. I took the worst mats and I'm gonna go ahead and OxyClean them a second time. So these two here. And I'm gonna take the dogs on their evening walkies, which is good. So I vacuumed the car, got the top part of it, the roof of it from the passenger seat forward totally done. I'm gonna do the back end of it separate. And then I can't wait to take measurements because the next step is gonna be buying the appropriate stuff to I wanna put like a, what am I trying to say? I want to organize the trunk. The seats are dry. The car smells fucking amazing. It looks all fucking amazing. I'm still undecided on the name. And I put in the mats today because I cleaned them. This front seat still needs to dry. The front seat took 2 containers and then the front mat took 4 containers. It was way dirtier than I thought it was going to be. It was unsuspectingly dirty is what it was. And so I'm still undecided on a name. I went with Bolt, but then I also like Sam. But I don't know. I do know it's a man. This vehicle is definitely a guy. Yeah. And it's clean. And he's mine. A lot of friends in the military, and so when they would leave island, they would give me one of their name tags, and I would Velcro them on here. So this is the first time I'm actually gonna Velcro. This is the last car I had. It's like a big moment. This one's gonna go here too, but I need to get a Velcro piece for it. The last 2 months, I fell off of the habits entirely, and I like was watching myself slip back into my old habits, and then just getting mad at myself. And then like the only amount of compassion I could give myself was to like not badmouth myself, was to like not call myself stupid and to not call myself a piece of shit. Like that was the extent of like my compassion. Like it took everything I had not to say those things about myself, as I wasn't doing the things every single day. And so I completely just dropped the planner again, and I just felt like a failure. And so I've been listening to some more people and just trying to keep my mind open, and that is what created this concept change, because I kept being reminded that like your why has to be bigger and you need to see it often and like to know, because it needs to inspire you. All right, so here is the new concept. So I put my why directly in the middle, and my why is to fully understand and know freedom and autonomy, a lifestyle that embodies my values and empowers me for consistent growth. My mundane is made of compassion and longevity magic that regularly liberates me to love and invest in my temple, so I may fully understand freedom and feel safe in my body and mind. The time magic I'm using is the hourglass method, which is infused in my workdays, so I work in time periods and then I stop and actively make sure to move my body. The time block method for studies, so I place on a timer and that way I'm not going over. Somatic movement, I put this here just because I'm a sensual artist as my hobby, and so this makes me happy, and I'm like, yes, my body needs movement, and that inspires me to move. And it also inspires me to just remember that like to just live in my goddess energy. And then I put the times down at the bottom and kept it less restricting. So like instead of it being Wednesday, Thursday, it's just weekly 2 days back to back. And then instead of it being like I have to wake up at 7 a.m. and I have to go to bed at 8 p.m., it's at 7 a.m. I need to, like let's begin my rituals. And at 8 p.m. let's begin my night rituals. And then for Reiki, it doesn't have to be this like huge hour thing every day. It's just a minimum of 10 minutes. And the somatic movements that my therapist gives me, a minimum of 10 minutes, because this is going to help me build confidence for my body so that I can be rocking that goddess energy. And these are daily. So these are daily non-negotiables. And then I put a reminder here that says, just showing showing up is enough. And so that means even if I just like, okay, I'm just gonna bend over and it was for 5 minutes, it doesn't matter, like I showed up. And so this is the minimum for depressing days or whatever, but I'm usually an overachiever. So it's like, I've got enough of this stuff to make it a 2-hour thing if I want to. And then I put this over here because this is to remind me why I do these things. They're called trust deposits. So it's keeping promises to myself and showing up for my body and mind. And how I'm doing that is by implementing these every single day. And you know, in just in whatever way I can. And then I had to put I promise self-care because I've been writing self-care promises, but I've been doing them. So if I thought maybe if I put I promise to myself, that seems more empowering and like I'm gonna do this. And that's my yoga challenge, cycling. And then I kept the space empty for whatever I want. And then I put affirmations down here. Trust in my timing, investing in my ideas will reward me later, appreciation over expectation. And I give myself permission to go slow and to enjoy the process. I often feel like I have to finish everything right away. And I just feel like sick to my stomach all the time. Like I'm just like, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing all the hobbies. I'm not doing all the things, you know, but like, obviously I'm 1% in time, and give myself permission to go slow because I enjoy going slow, because I enjoy the process of things. Anyways, I am aligned with energy of wealth and abundance. So this is my new, kind of like my monthly, like, time block of how I'm managing time, how I view time, and how I view my time. And I kept it, I feel like this is a lot more fluid, and I feel like this is going to flow for me a lot better. I have a good feeling about this. And then I put my one big project of Aloha Operations Manual, and the following month Aloha Operations Manual, because I realized I can't do the manual and I can't study at the same time. I do not have that kind of mental capacity right now. And then in that month after, then I'm going to go ahead and begin the MLEX training, because then I'll have systems and processes in place for Aloha Pause, and it'll just be a lot easier is what my hope is. So this is my new time page for the spell book, and I'm pretty happy about it. So remember your why. Remember your whys.